In my last Liliac reaction, I said that I'm going to check out Liliac in interviews, so let's check them out.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Great Day Houston. All right, so we know some family members go into acting like the Baldwins. Others get into house flipping like Chip and Joanna Gaines. Our first guest are siblings who happen to be seasoned musicians.
I have never seen any of his music videos. I'm yet to react to Melody.
Father and band manager Florin Christia, along with his kids, Melody, Sam, Abigail, Ethan, and Justin, who make up the band Liliac.
Oh, that's the dad. That dude with the long hair is their dad.
That was some good stuff. I mean, it was like you were like the original rockers. Okay, let's go back to how it all started for you. You were raised in Transylvania, which a lot of us, the only thing we knew about Transylvania.
The dad really reminds me of the lead singer of Drowning Pool. If you know Drowning Pool, the lead singer has very long blonde hair. That's cool.
Was from Rocky Horror Picture Show when he goes, Transylvania. But, or it's almost like a mythical place for a lot of us because of Count Dracula stories.
Yeah, a lot of people think it's a fantasy, but I was born about an hour away from the castle of Dracula.
Christian. He was
and
born.
Came to U.S. in '92.
Wait, go back. What did he just say? He was born where? What did he just do? Just go back.
But or it's almost like a mythical place for a lot of us because of Count Dracula stories.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people think it's a fantasy, but I was born about an hour away from the castle of Dracula. And came to U.S. in '92. I was 12 years old.
Wow. Okay, Romania, which a lot of people, the first time they really heard about Romania was when Nadia Comaneci scored the perfect 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was way before y'all were born, but you've heard stories. Yes, you've heard stories. Okay, and you come to America and you meet another woman, your wife, from Transylvania. It's like, were y'all like online, like at Transylvania daters? Or, I mean, how do you find
Transylvania Tinder?
Oh, look, there's another one from Transylvania.
Well, we met a Romanian church.
Oh, okay.
You know, they have communities in Los Angeles, Orange County, and that's why we met.
Yeah. Music was a part of your life,
Yes.
even before then.
Yes.
And rock music in particular. So was rock music big in Romania?
Well, I discovered rock here in the U.S.
Okay.
And I just fell in love with it. And
Yeah.
Wow.
And performed and loved it, and
Yes.
decided you'd have enough kids to form a band.
Well, we didn't plan it
Yeah, you
like
did.
that.
Well, it worked out like that. Okay,
Yeah.
so Melody, hi.
Yes, hello.
And your role in the band?
Huh?
Your role in the band?
Oh, I'm the singer.
Yeah. Okay, and then Sam.
I'm the lead guitarist.
Okay,
Sam.
Abigail.
I'm the drummer.
I love that. Right.
Hey, go slowly. I want to master their name. So lead singer, his name is Sam. Okay, let's just go back.
Singer.
Yeah. Okay, and then Sam.
Sam.
I'm the lead guitarist.
Lead guitar.
Okay, Abigail.
Abigail.
drummer.
He's the drummer.
I love
yeah.
that. Right. Ethan
I'm the bassist.
Ethan.
and Justin.
I'm the keyboardist.
Justin
all
is
right.
so
And it's so
young.
cool to have a family play together.
Yeah.
But you're also real siblings. Are there times when you wish you could go run off and join another band?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I mean, what we got is good.
Yeah, I mean, y'all are phenomenal. You're phenomenal. It's one thing when you say your kids are good, right? Because a lot of times parents will go, "Oh, my child is unique." Trust me, we get people who show up here to audition, and we go, "Okay." But they
Interview
are
is fun.
fantastic. When did you
Thank you
first?
so much.
When did you first notice the talent in them?
Well, you know,
Let me pause there for a second. I remember I checked out Liliac, their cover of Master of Puppets, and in my reaction, I asked, did Metallica train them? And then someone commented and told me, no, their dad trained them. I'm like, damn, their dad is awesome. The band is talented if they can play like that.
music producers, so they grew up around the recording studio, and I thought they were interested to play music. And
If you listen carefully, you can hear the dad's accent. He's like, you can hear him. He's like the music producers, yeah.
they had passion for it. And then I put instruments in their hands, took them to the take lessons, and the only way for them to get comfortable with crowds and performance was busking on the
Yeah.
Santa Monica Pier.
So what busting means is that you just perform on the streets, right?
Yeah.
You just do your craft. And what's nice about that is so many times people focus on the end game. If I don't get into here or up here, then I'm not going to do it at all. And for you all, it was about the process of doing it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So in doing that, you said you put instruments in your hands. Was there ever a moment where you thought, I don't really want to do this for a living, or was from the get-go, did all of you always want to do this?
That's the real question.
Yeah, we pretty much like fell in love with music once we started learning our instruments, you know, and then from then on we started writing songs together.
Dig the
and,
long
like,
hair,
you
man.
know, Melody comes up with the melody lines and I come up with the guitar
Melody comes up with the melody lines. Okay, we see what you did there.
riffs, and also my dad with the melody lines as well, and Abby with the drum grooves. So just like writing and playing music. We also learned a lot of songs, and from then on we just performed on Santa
And you've
Monica
gotten a
Pier.
lot of attention from folks. Stuart Copeland of the Police. Y'all did a documentary type of film.
Yeah.
What was that like?
Where is the documentary? Leave me a link if you've watched a documentary. I've not seen a documentary for Liliac.
It was nice. It was fun to play with him because, you know, he's from the police, and it was just
Once again,
fun.
you weren't born when they first came out. You know,
I wasn't even born.
Yeah, you weren't.
Why does she have to keep bringing up their age like that? It's like they are young rock stars. Let them stop bringing up their age like that, man.
Even born. Well, I was, sir. So anyway, and it's kind of cool because you have people influences to listen to.
Right.
And it's pretty cool, although you all have your own sound.
Yes.
Now, was there a concerted effort for all of you to say we have to grow our hair longer?
Yes,
rock the
yes,
hair?
that's the question.
The hair is like moving. Okay, so but it gives you validation when you have things like this happen. And then the world's best. How did you come to take part in that?
Well, like I said, we kept playing on the Santa Monica Pier, and we did some videos that went viral on YouTube. But the crowds got bigger and bigger until they kicked us out. They said, hey, you guys got to perform somewhere else.
Oh, that's pretty cool when your crowds are so big on the street that you're like stopping traffic and the
Wow.
police have to show up. Yeah, you're either going to sell tickets or stop doing this on the street, right?
So the world's best video
Wow.
that's playing on the pier, and they called us and they said, hey, we would love you to be one of the world's best talents on the show. And we said yes, and we went on a
You're not fully rock and roll until your guitarists are doing solos back to back with their backs to each other.
Chain of Thorns.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have that
Nice.
CD
Yeah, this right here.
All right, so go into the process.
Must
for us
listen
of,
and
you know,
react.
we hear things once they're already recorded and done. It's a much longer process. So you said you do some of the writing, or
Yeah, we
you
all do.
together,
We all work
right?
together.
Uh huh. Okay, take us through the process of how we're going to sit down and start with a recording, because I think a lot of us take for granted that it ends up like this. You know, even the artwork. What's the you know the meaning behind the title? So what's the meaning behind the title Chain of Thorns?
So basically,
Actually, by the way, what does Liliac mean? Is because it's not the color, is it? The color is lilac, right? What does Liliac mean? Does anyone know? Leave a comment below. What does the word Liliac mean?
song Chain of Thorns is about like unrequited love. Like, you know, you like someone but they don't like you back, and you know, it's like,
Have y'all been through that yet?
I mean,
Yeah, of course. At the age.
Yeah. All right. And so then you sit down. You have to think about what do we want this whole recording to sound like, right?
right.
Yeah, so every Friday we go to a rehearsal studio for like 3 hours and we just jam. And you know, after practicing, we have
Abigail.
time to just work on songs, like originals, coming up with stuff. So usually Sam comes up with like a guitar riff and I'm like, it's not that good, do another one. and then he comes up with one that's really catchy and sounds really good with Chain of Thorns. And then we kind of, Melody came up with a melody line with our dad, and then I just start grooving, and then kind of it just forms into
Yeah.
a song.
If it sounds good, they're like, hey, we got
Yeah.
a song.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you
and
work on that.
also, since our dad's a music producer, he has his own studio, so that's where we like
Nice.
record in like a home small
Yeah,
studio.
I should have more kids. Some kind of like group or team right here. Okay,
The dad is not just a manager, he's also, you know, like a musician, and he's also a producer. This band came locked and loaded, ready to conquer the world, I promise you.
you're part of the KISS cruise as well.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that was so fun.
Yeah, how was that? What was that experience like?
That was very fun because there's very fun events to do, and it was amazing to perform on the KISS cruise, like
Justin.
to be chosen to be on the KISS cruise to perform in front of people.
Yeah. What is your hope for your family in this business?
Well, because I love music and they love music, we wanted to tour the whole world. We toured the whole U.S. last year,
Nice.
and now we want it to the world because we have a lot of fans all over the world.
COVID, go away.
And the great thing about being a rock and roll singer and performer is that you can go to your 150. Just look at the Rolling Stones. You just keep on going. Yeah. And how do you keep it all together? I'm sure there are times when you just want your own space. You know, since you've been together your entire lives, right? There are times when you just kind of want to go off and have your own space. How do you keep it all together? And how do you have the energy to give each one of your children what they need, not just as a group, but as individuals as well?
Well, we do a lot of activities together. Like we like to go to movies together when we have a free time, like, you know, Six Flags and all those. Like when we went touring, went to Disney World and Cedar Point. So we try to balance that besides, because, you know, it's a lot of work in the studio and rehearsal, but that's probably, you know, enthusiasm and always.
And the fact that you truly love it. It's truly a part of you all. It's not a job. Yes. It's like what you truly love and do. All right, your upcoming performance is Rocklahoma.
Yeah.
Is it like Rocklahoma where the wind comes?
The interview is fun.
So what's Rocklahoma going to be like?
Rocklahoma is the biggest festival in the U.S., the rock festival, like 35,000 people. And they're headlining one of the stages.
Nice.
So that's going to be their biggest show.
77,000.
Look, when the dad says they are going to be headlining that performance, you just see Melody light up, and she's like, yeah.
And people attended last year alone. Okay. All right. Well, to keep up with the band Liliac, follow them on social media, and we'll have music video links on our site at greatdayhouston.com. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having us.
I mean, you got them all up and dressed on time. That's amazing.
Great interview. I feel like I understand Liliac way more now that I've watched that. If you're a huge fan of Liliac, make sure to smash like and subscribe, because I talk about everything rock music here, metal music. I do rock reactions, reviews, commentaries, and even sometimes check out interviews, just as I did more Liliac content on this, because I just adore this band. I think they're great musicians, and I'm going to leave some of the reactions here that I already checked out. I checked out for Black Sabbath, I checked out for Metallica, and I think another third one I'm planning to do more, so subscribe. Peace.